Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gregtech 6. Last episode I clumsily got my hands into my first aluminum, so now I'll be able to do filters and started to move to things more thoughtful. Our planet. I have access to more stuff now, but this also means that I have the great grind part 2 where I need a lot of resources to actually proceed with it. But for that I'm gonna require some machinery to work on that. So this is gonna be my plan for this episode, and the next one started to upgrade my facility to allow this larger amount of processing that I should have done but did not. So I am very frustrated right now. Okay, first things first is, as last episode, to make filters I'm gonna require this blank cover that require aluminum plate and one aluminum screw. So it's time to actually me doing the lathe, so I can make one screw from one bolt, because doing 2 to 1 will not gonna bound it well for my amount of resources. For now aluminum are scarce and it's not good to waste it. So let's look at the recipe to make the lathe. Require a robust bronze machine casing, bronze gear, small gear, bronze screw, and a tiny crystalline diamond plate. I will have the robust here. I also have the gears. I think I have still a screw though, I don't have bolts, so I need to actually, for the last time, sacrifice 2 to get 1. Now that is left is the tiny one. You have to get a crystal while mining and just cut it to get the tiny one. So this one gonna be very wasteful, but I only have this flooded one. If you find any shipped one, gonna be more than enough to this recipe. Because you see, this make 4, but you only need 1. Okay, game. Okay, game. If you have a shipped one, you can make it 2 of it. So you can be less wasteful than me. Let's put it here, and then the wrench. No, screwdriver. And here we have the lathe. Now I can turn those aluminum bolts into aluminum screws to make the covers. And as you can see here, I have processed all my alumina into aluminum, and that gave me another 20. I don't have alumina to make more anymore, even though I have a lot of fluoride and cryolite to do so. So let's take those back, because we can use the electrolyte to do other recipes while we wait for that. So let's take this and this to leave it empty, because we now have this CO2 to deal with it. I could just ignore it and void it. Oh my god, game, stop messing with my recipes. We get this CO2 for making the aluminum, and this we can actually run into the electrolyzer again to get some carbon and some oxygen. And oxygen is gonna be used for a lot of some stuff. Probably the most one is to make the holster be 100%. So those risky recipes won't be so risky anymore. Shadow Knight being one of them, because this way you can get half a platinum at once. No risk. and still get some nickel, some palladium. So let's just do that then. If I had brought my wrench. Now let's pick the drum full of it, place it on top where it's gonna fill this. Then we need a tag of 0. And now it shall make what I need. I'm gonna output oxygen. This is fluorine, that is not needed. It's not what I'm gonna be getting now. I still have that run from that time where I got some oxygen. So let's put it there. As you saw, the recipe actually asked for quite a bit of power. 42. Luckily the dynamo can make that amount 44 if it's working at the max capacity. And this is an inverter one with a strong boiler, so it should be more than enough to run this. I so no. Probably not. I need to use the bronze one. So this will not work after all. Yeah, this will not do. I need to get a stronger one. Oh my. That sucks. Now let's see the lathe receive power from the bottom. So I can just exchange any of those. So I need to actually fire up my boiler that feed this one. It's not very well made, but it works. And take this chance, if I had been prepared, fire up the boiler for the shredder. I need to use it quickly. Just for some recipe that I'm gonna require. This one is solid, and I am using strong steam boiler of lead, because they can take the amount of heat produced by the strong by the dense boiling box of Inva, so it is effective and cheaper to make of lead than make of Inva. I have found like 3 or 4 lead veins, so they are not any problem. They are very easy to. Lead is not a problem. This one is empty, okay. So let me take you in that place with the lead. And you're going to spit into the ground, aren't you? Not only because I also plan to make a buzzsaw, but for that I require diamond dust. I explored and I found a fortress and got some diamond horse hammer, so I want to use the shredder to shred it on dust, like so. And are you working? Not yet. Now it is. Now please turn this into screws. Thank you so much. And let's get back some of the last material. Nice. Very nice. Take the chance to already make the other bolts of the other materials while we are here. Let's be less wasteful. Even though I waste this. Now let's see if my shredder is over. No. Those take time. And here are 8 diamond dust. Peter can't do anything with it aside the extruder, bossal, and that. Only when I have access to the implosion compressor that require tungsten steel and some difficult materials, I'll be able to actually turn them back into diamonds. Oh, it sucks. Anyway, now I have a aluminum plate and aluminum screw. Now to make that blinky covers. I believe it's just this with this screw. Maybe a wrench? No, it's not. Screw in a hammer. And let's make some of it. Let's make 12. It might require more, but it might require less. But now we have the item and filter. For that require the zinc foil. And doing it on the anvil is not good. So let's make a cluster mill. To make one plate into 4 foils. However, the cluster mill requires 5 small bronze gears, 1 bronze gear, and a reinforced bronze machine casing. And a reinforced is long bronze rods with quadruple bronze plates. Yikes! Quadruple. And how you make quadruple? Well, we have here the double plates that we are all well familiar with it, and we just smack them like this. Quadruple. Yikes! That's expensive. But required to make production better. Now all that's left is to complete the recipe. And I suppose it is like so. And yes. Finally, I once remember the recipe correctly or not. So, hammer, wrench, no, I did not remember correctly. And I still don't. Cluster mill, power from the back. So I need to put it actually here. Are you over? Yes. Thank you for your work. You just gold now. Now let's get some zinc and make some plates with it. Good thing we have the blue heat extruder. This is going to be a little faster. Three and 4. Thank you. Don't need to get to you and place it somewhere here. Let's put it here for now. And excuse me, you're going to be replaced for the cluster mill. Let's go down, fire up the boiler. These are going to change very soon. Something that I want to touch into this episode anyway. need the wrench to do this. And it's working. I can use this to turn these plates into a lot of foils. And here you go. 4 zinc foils. That's one strange animation. The past is all this was made into a cutter, if I remember. Thank you for the zinc foils. Now I have to go down there and turn it off. Poing, poing, poing. I can just come in the crafting table, make the blank cover with the zinc foils to make the filters. What I want now is fluid filters, at least 2 of this, because we're going to do something involving fluids. And take this approach. Let me get here some of this rubber chip here. Take all of it. All of it. Let's make it into bars very quickly. Now that we have our rubber bars, let's make probably one of the most common and used pipes in the world. Even more than the cheap copper one. It is to just go here and let's pick the small pipes this time and place here into the extruder with rubber and making small rubber fluid pipes. They have a decent amount of transfer. They can handle gases and, well, not much temperature because they are rubber, but they are not flammable, so I can actually easily close to our boilers and everything else. But what I really want to show you, I have to wait a little bit more time. So another cut. No cuts. Let's do something else while this is working. I want to do something with the electricity this time. I want to make a polarizer and electromagnet. They are not that difficult to build actually. Just some galvanized steel hole and wires into this case here. So the steel hole, some wires. Then is this? No, of course not. Ah, it's a cutter on the top. A cutter that I don't have here. I have it right here. And this is a electromagnet. It turns electricity into magnetic units. Thank you so much. Now let's make the other one, that is the polarizer. Hole, screws, and plates. We have the hole here, the plates, and the screws. Now I need to find which tools are going to be used. And it's not that again. Screwdriver. Thank you very much. And give me back my wrench. Going to use electric weight, so I'm going to have be here. But still have to fix this little problem here. But as you saw, we can actually now remove the liquids and stuff it placing into the machines we don't want. So let's do it. You're still working. Still working. Good. Need to get a cap. A nozzle is to insert gases, and a cap nozzle is to remove gases, as far as I remember. So let's put it right here and No, it's the opposite. I copy places and another removes it. Nasty, nasty. And now it's empty and can be safely removed without losses. Now place our electromagnetic. Don't get distracted. Okay. Take the magnetic there. I believe we need to wrench it to up, and then the polarizer. Oh, and the other one. Stop pushing my fuse. And now it can work. And you can see that I am recording this. So why did I make an electromagnetic and a polarizer? There is some reasons for that. One is that the polarizer gonna make the magnetic rods that I made early for me. So I put it in. If I give it some iron, it should start working. For some reason it's not. Why? Oh, really? But this thingy here. It's here accept the energy from anything and set point back. And this here bottom on top. So confusing. So this is not correct. This is going to be complicated. So one thing leads to another one. So I need to actually drag the energy out with some cables. But because I am running this dynamo at the maximum capacity almost, if I try to use a thin cable that burns with the 32, it's going to melt down. So I'm going to use a lead wire to transport it, that it can hold on until 64. So let's also wrap it on rubber, so it diminishes the loss and don't hurt when I try to use it. So now in theory I should be able to place this wire here that is connecting to pipe. Okay. Then drag a bit out here. Then place the magnet against it. But it don't accept power from the back or front, so I have to actually do this. And then place the polarizer below it like this. I need my wire cutter, so I can connect like this, remove this one here, and now it should work. Anyway, let's go for the second part then. Let's get this very cheapy small rubber pipes here. That's probably gonna, most people would use it to everything that don't have heat or acid stuff, so you can actually change all of those here for this one here. And I believe no, they don't handle steam, of course. It's too hot for it. Let's go for a crafting table and do this. Non-poly rubber fluid pipe. Of course, don't need to go that far. There is other recipes that don't use so much of it. But let's just make 4 of it. And for the other one, I require different size of pipe. You can actually make quad pipes, but strangely, because they use the normal version of piping, they are more expensive than the 91. The non-poly was 9 rubber, while the quadruple was 12. So for some reason it don't make much sense. What I want to use is here with my fermenter that make biomass, and my distillery that can make biomass into ethanol and water. That's the problem. The ethanol I want to burn it for fuel or use it in engines that I'm gonna touch later on. But those are 2 different fluids, and without a filter I could not actually split them, so water goes to the system and the ethanol for the tank that I have a place for it in the future. But now that we have actually the pipes, we can do that. But before that, I want to make something that I get the correct fluid. So let me grab something. So I have a tap here, click with one run, and it got the ethanol out. Also, if the other run here, one have water, the other have the ethanol, one have the distilled water, and I can actually set up a filter for it. It's output from the back, so if I place here one of these non-poly rubber pipes, you'll be able to receive both of fluids at once. And then I want you to output into this direction the ethanol, and to the top the water. So now when this working, it should send one up for water and the other one side for the ethanol. So let's make a quick test, if I could. So now this one here will make biomass from stick resin and water and send it to the fermenter here, and the fermenter will turn the biomass into ethanol and distilled water. That now should be arriving into the correct places. So now this can not only produce fuel for our stuff here, but also this is the water, so don't need the dryers anymore. And stick resin make a lot of biomass. As it is going to get full. This is going to get full very quickly, so I should have a tank here to actually hold all the biomass. And sticky resin produces a lot of biomass. And because sticky resin is so easy with when you have enough trees of it, you can easily make a huge orchard of the trees here with the sacks here, and just come from time to time and pick an entire stack of it. But as you saw, I had made an auto farm of cactus that is to be inserted into the ferment itself and make biomass passively. But that's not very fast. And it's for the future for now. It's full. I still have so much resin to work yet. And this is working non-stop. Making water and sticky resin for ethanol. Good. It seems I have to find out why it's not working. Linked to the last episode. This one has been running for a very good amount of time, and I barely do anything worthwhile. But before I go really this time, let's take a measuring pot here, place it down here, and click here until it only gets 1 millimeter, and then giving me the tap I had before. Now I have 1 milliliter of ethanol of this to the ceramic pot. So in theory, I can use this to set up the filter. So let's see. No? Yeah, I cannot do that. I think Greg think this could not ship that. Anyway, this is Unga. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.